Good morning, namaste to you. My name's Leanne Peters. I'm from templeofbalance.com.au, Temple of Balance on Facebook and Temple of Balance on YouTube. And I'm here on this Thursday morning to bring forward some guidance for Thursday and Friday. So it's Thursday morning here. It's exactly 8:18 a.m. on Thursday the 24th of May. I'm coming to you live from Tasmania, Australia. It is a gorgeous morning here. It's just beautiful and calm. We've had so much wind and rain this month that this feels just like a breath of fresh air. It's beautiful. So I trust that you're feeling good and that things are flowing well for you in your life at this time. Extra special welcome to my Temple of Balance patrons, my Pillar of Light family, and all of those of you who support my work through my website. Thank you so much for your support. Your support helps me be able to bring my work out not only to you but to other people who might not be able to support right now. Someone's trying to get my attention. And this is Puss here. She thinks I'm talking to her, of course, and wants attention, so she's climbing up onto me. So if you hear something purring, it's not me, it will be the cat. If you're new to watching, ouch, please don't don't fluff up my leg. If you're new to watching, welcome. What I'm going to be doing today is using my Speed of Light Oracle cards, and I'm going to be looking for the best card for Thursday, what date is it? Thursday the 20th. Oh gosh, Puss. I should have come out here for 5 minutes before I started, shouldn't I? I'm going to pull one card for a card. I'm going to pull one card for Thursday the 24th of May, and then one card for Friday the 25th of May, and then one card for the theme for Thursday and Friday. So I trust that you've been led here for a reason, and I trust that something shared will be helpful and supportive for you at this time. So just take on board what feels right for you and let the rest go. I'm not doing personal reading requests here today. This is general guidance for everyone. So I trust 100% that you've been led here for a reason, and it's no accident that we happen to have crossed paths and perhaps spend this time together. So let's see what the cards say for Thursday and Friday. So I'm going to shuffle the cards and hold the intention to find the best card for Thursday, the 24th of May. So if it's not Thursday for you yet, you can think of this as guidance in advance. I didn't do a video for Wednesday, so I can't send you back there. So this is Thursday's. And the best card for Thursday for the majority of us, I trust, is this card right here. What does Puss think? She's finding this all very exciting. Oh, interesting. We've got card 13, Scattered. It says overwhelm, confusion, concentrate and plan. I'm finding at this time, that just these last couple of days, that it's quite easy for us to tip over into overwhelm, and we might be able to feel overwhelm kind of coming in quite quickly and almost consuming us. That happened to me last night, or yesterday evening. So I had to really take some serious steps to just step back and keep perspective, because overwhelm sweeps in when our mind's just out of control, really, because our mind thinks that we're running out of time, we haven't got enough time to do everything that we need to do, and then we start getting stressed out and feeling overwhelmed. So if you're feeling that or are starting to feel it, please catch yourself quickly so you can take some steps to step back and gain perspective. Things may not be as busy or as complicated or as overwhelming as what our mind might lead us to believe at this time. So sometimes we just need to assess what we have to do and look at the priority of things. shuffle things around so that we're doing things in priority order, things that are important to be done here. Like for me last night, it was I have to pick my daughter up from work. That's a high priority because I can't not do that. So that was high on my list. And then that couple of hours that I had in between waiting to pick her up was the overwhelmed period because I had so much stuff I wanted to do. But when I stopped and put it down onto paper, the only thing I needed to cut out was doing a video because I felt bad that I hadn't done a video yesterday. But I also knew that I didn't have time to do it yesterday afternoon, or yesterday evening, especially when my cousin called me and said, "Can you go and visit our grandmother because her TV's gone funny?" So that just added to the things that I had to do. So there's just some things sometimes that we have to just say, look, I can't do this right now. This will have to wait until tomorrow. And it's not the end of the world. So let's make sure we keep things in perspective and keep priority of the things that are important, the things that are essential to do, so that we can keep time perspective. Let's not panic that we're running out of time and we won't get everything done, because that's our mind running with that as we slip into overwhelm. There's a chaotic energy around for Thursday, at least for some of us. We might be feeling a bit scattered, a bit that feeling of unrest is coming in, that feeling of feeling uneasy about something that might not quite feel right, or we might just feel a little bit kind of pushed and pulled at over Thursday. There's this sense of this wild new energy that's coming in that is yet to kind of take form. So we might feel a little bit like the winds are blowing around in our energy space or in our life. Things may feel a bit up and down, a bit pushed and pulled at. We might feel a bit unsettled, like we're not standing on solid ground, or like our ground feels like it's crumbling underneath us. They're all kind of common things to feel when the energy's a bit scattered. So let's work with this. Let's try not to fall into overwhelm. Let's keep the reins on, if you like. Let's keep aware of what's going on and how we're feeling. And if we're starting to feel a bit stressed out or overwhelmed or pressured, then let's, take some steps to step back and keep things in perspective. Let's prioritize if we need to, but let's not lose ourselves in the chaos. Sometimes the chaos is necessary because it's sweeping us into a new direction, or it's sweeping things out of our life. So we can keep perspective. So it's our mind that might run with this scatteredness on Thursday, but we can keep aware and stay in charge of our thoughts, and then we'll kind of travel through this much smoother, is the feeling that I have. Create a plan that's doable, but a plan that is a list of your priorities. Sometimes when our mind is running on overwhelm and we're just thinking about all this stuff we have to do, when we stop and actually write these things down on paper, we might see there's only 3 or 4 things on that list. And then we can kind of catch our mind out, if you like, by recognizing that, hey, I actually have plenty of time for this, or hey, I can drop 1 or 2 things off till tomorrow, and just not get swept up into the overwhelm, pressure, stress that our mind wants us to go in. So let's keep perspective on Thursday. So I trust that makes sense for you and resonates with you at this time. Thank you. So now I'm looking for the best card for Friday, the 25th of May. The cat's here still sitting. The cat's still sitting here thinking that I'm speaking to her. So you're going to be feeling a bit scattered today. I find too, if I'm actually feeling overwhelmed, if I've stepped over that threshold into overwhelm, I can feel it building up. But if I've stepped over it and I'm actually feeling overwhelmed, that'll be time where I cancel everything and take the afternoon or an hour or 2 not doing anything, because I don't like to feed into my ego, the voice of my hurt and pain, my wounded self, my lower mind. I don't like to feed into that. So as soon as I tip over the edge into overwhelm, that's it. Everything's cancelled. I'm like, okay, well, if you can't work out what to do simply, then I'm not doing anything, is my attitude, and it seems to work. So, anyway, let's look for the best card for Friday, the 25th of May. For the majority of us, I trust this is the best card right here. Oh, we've got Stag. How interesting. We've got scattered and then feeling lost. Okay, Puss, I need to stretch my legs out, please. Thank you. Okay, this is card 49 called Stag. And the keywords say lost, help, guide, path, and discouraged. Stag has been appearing in our readings from time to time, probably once a week maybe for the last few weeks. And he brings a sadness, a sense that we're feeling like we've done something wrong, or that we think that we're off our path, or that we've taken a wrong turn. We might be feeling lost. We might be taking things too personally on Friday. So there's a heaviness here in the mind as well on Friday that some of us may be swept into. So let's keep perspective again on Friday and make sure that we don't feed too much into our lower thoughts, but hold in the truth of what we know in our heart. For example, we may know, or I can only really speak for myself, I know that I'm always on my path. I can never not be on it. It's always under my feet. Yet sometimes my mind might make me think that I've done something wrong, or I've taken a wrong turn, or that my path is way over there and I need to get back on my path again. In truth, I can never be off my path. So there's that sense of knowing underneath, and then the chaos or the perspective, the shift in perception, the altered reality, I guess, that our mind makes us think that we're off our path. So sometimes we just need to put that stuff that our mind's doing aside, because we know it's not true, and slip into our knowing that we're on track, that things are where they need to be. Perhaps we're feeling like we're lost because we need to make some changes in our life. Perhaps we need to make some changes, but our path is always under our feet. We can never do anything wrong to be off it. So the question is, are you in alignment with your path that's under your feet, or are you out of alignment with that? Are you in alignment with yourself, or are you out of alignment with yourself? There's this feeling over Thursday and Friday that our mind, our lower mind, our wounded mind, our ego I would call the voice of our hurt and pain, may be very loud, boisterous, and wanting to take over for the majority of us over Thursday and Friday. So we're being guided to let's keep giving ourselves a reality check. Let's keep perspective. Let's let go of our wounded mind, our mind that's throwing us into a space that's not true and not real for us. You know, that inner conflict that we have, where we know something to be true, but our mind or our emotions perhaps even make us feel at conflict with ourselves. There's that sort of energy coming through as well. So don't give up. All is not lost. Just take some steps to get back into alignment with yourself. Hold in awareness of what's going on, what you're thinking, what you're feeling, what you know to be true, and let go of the stuff that's not in alignment with what you know to be true. Let go of the stuff that doesn't align with your heart, that you're thinking, that's consuming you, that may be tipping you into overwhelm. So you still have time to turn this situation around, or perhaps this is happening to prompt you to make change. So notice what you are feeling or what you are reacting to. Is it your wounded self? Is it just your mind out of control? I love that. Is it just your mind out of control? Yeah, our mind gets out of control, doesn't it? Do you need to let some stuff go in your life so you can get back into alignment with yourself? You know, it reminds me, I want to talk a little bit about balance. I feel like balance is something that is not something once we find that it stays forever. I find balance is something that kind of shifts as we shift and change, and as our path changes, as our life changes, our balance changes. So once we find balance and we want to hold it to be true and be there for us our whole life, it's not going to be like that. So something will tip us out of balance, and then we just need to be aware, make some adjustments, do what we need to do, let go, whatever it might be, so that we can adjust and find our balance again. And then hold that for as long as it's going to be there, maintain it. And then when we tip off balance again, then be aware of that, make some adjustments and get back into balance again. It's an ongoing dance, if you like, an ongoing push-pull between our yin-yang sides, between our masculine and feminine sides, that are always sort of coming into balance or wanting us to come into balance. So let's make some adjustments. If we feel like we've tipped out of balance, let's recognize it. Hey, I feel out of balance right now. What can I do to get back into balance again? Don't fool yourself in thinking that you've still got the balance when it's clearly not there. If you're not feeling it, be honest about it. Okay, I'm feeling out of balance. What adjustments do I need to make to get back into balance again and find my new balance? Not the balance I had last year or the balance that I had 5 years ago when things were working really well for me. A lot of people want to go back to how things used to be. We change so much. We have changed so much. We're changing rapidly at this time. So the balance, the good space we used to have is not going to come back. To live in the past like that is pulling us out of balance. It's quite funny, really. So let's find a new balance for ourselves that works with how we feel now and our current space that we're in. If we can hold it for 5 minutes, then that's great. If we knock off balance 5 minutes later, let's make some adjustments and find that balance again. And then it becomes easier. We hold our balance periods for longer, and then we can recognize when we lose it, so we can then make some adjustments and find our balance again. So there might be a balance thing too that's going on for some of us over Thursday and Friday. So that's the guidance for Friday. That's stag, feeling lost or discouraged or alone. But it is just an illusion. It's our mind playing tricks on us, making us think that we've done something wrong or that we're lost, that we're alone, when in truth we are not. We are none of those things. In truth we belong here. In truth we are a part of something bigger than what we might see before us. We are an important part of this world. So I trust that makes sense for you. I am now looking for the best card for Thursday and Friday, the theme card. This will help bring these days together and help us see the bigger picture for Thursday and Friday. I trust you're feeling good. So we'll go with this card right here. This is card 41, called Light Codes, which hasn't come up for ages. The baby always cries when I'm doing live streaming from the neighbour. Isn't it funny? Okay, this is card 41, Light Codes. This may explain a lot for us, actually, especially if we've been feeling a bit scattered or overwhelmed or in conflict with ourselves or out of balance. It says incoming information, memories and language. This talks about new energy coming in. When I drew this, it represents the crown chakra, and this represents energy coming down from the universe and into our crown or into our body. So this tells me that there's a lot of new energy that's coming through at this time for many of us, like downloads, if you like, or we may just call it new energy that's sweeping in, memories, codes, light codes, these types of things coming in. And it may hit us like a ton of bricks. It may hit us as soft as a feather. So, and that kind of makes sense. No, Puss. She's about to jump up onto my video, onto my camera, I think. So that may be affecting us in quite a heavy way on Thursday and Friday, especially when we look at the other cards that came up. So let's allow ourselves to be open to receiving the new energy, the information, the inspiration, the new ideas, the wild, raw creativity, the new energy, the new beginnings that want to come into our life may start flooding through, if they haven't started already, over Thursday and Friday. So let's be open to it, feel that energy flowing through, and we may also like to focus on that energy flowing through and also clearing out our hold on. Oh, puss. Oh, you're so funny. She's walks that way and tangles herself in my microphone cord. So I untangle it, and then she walks back this way and tangles herself back into my microphone cord. But anyway, she's away now. Yeah, so let's allow ourselves to shift some of that illusionary energy, the wounds that we're holding in our mind, the taking over the consumption that our mind is doing with us. That was a weird way to say that. Our mind thoughts that are consuming us, our negative thinking, our thinking the worst, our feeling of overwhelm or feeling lost or alone, these types of thoughts that some of us may be thinking throughout the next couple of days, we may want to imagine this energy coming down and kind of flushing and washing that negative illusionary energy away, so we can align further with the truth of who we are and really align with the truth of why we're here, the truth of our purpose and feeling a sense of purpose, the truth that we belong here, the truth that we are supported, that we are loved, that we are not lost, that we are very much where we need to be. And if we feel trapped in our life, we need to be real about it so we can make some changes. Just because we're in a situation that we might not like and we're just tolerating it or perhaps ignoring the truth that this is not where we need to be, doesn't mean it's going to make things better. So if we're not where we need to be and things are getting louder and louder that are pointing us into a space of change, then we'll be guided to take that change. Now is a very supportive time to make changes, but it's also a time where we might feel a bit confused or a bit uncertain, a bit at conflict with ourselves inside, between our truth and illusion, between what we need to do and what we want to do. Sometimes they can be two very different things as well. So that's the theme card, light codes, new energy coming in, new vibrations that we're stepping into. So let's be open to receiving them as best as we can over Thursday and Friday. So thank you very much. You might find a lot of writing occurs. That card also comes up when we're encouraged to write and get things out of our head and down onto paper. So thanks for connecting today. Okay, I've used my Speed of Light Oracle cards today. I've created these and they're available on my website. If you'd like to learn more or add them to your collection, please do. Let's play the singing bell when I finish here. I've got some new pendants I've been working on, so they'll be up on the website on this weekend. So they're new pendants coming on the weekend. Pendants similar to this, but not this, because this is my own personal one. I'm also working on new ceramics. So if you're waiting on some new smudge bowls or cups, I'm in the process of making those now. It takes me a few weeks usually, and by the look of my schedule over the next week or so, I'm not going to get everything made that will fill the kiln in 1 week. So it'll still be a couple of weeks before we have some new ceramics. So just keep an eye out. I'll let you know as I progress and when we get a full kiln, which is the important thing. If you enjoy my work, please visit my website at templeofbalance.com.au if you want to learn more about it. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the thumbs up button. Please show us some love. Please comment or share if you're inspired to. And if you want to connect more privately, just send us a message through our website. My role, my job, my purpose, if you like, is to be of service and to be of support to you. I'm extremely grateful for those of you who do support my work through my website, through Patreon, through our Pillar of Light family, because you allow me to be able to support myself financially so that I can do this work full time. so that I can help people that also are unable to help financially at this time. There are a lot of people I help behind the scenes who do not purchase anything on my website. So your doing that helps me be able to help other people, and I'm really, really grateful. And I trust that I've said that in the right way. I trust my words have flowed well for that, or properly. So I just want to extend a really deep gratitude for your support, for helping me be able to help you, but also help other people that are unable to help right now. So I'm very, very grateful. So on behalf of all of those people, thank you very much from my heart. I don't know where I was going with that, but thank you. I'm now going to play the singing bell to finish. So this is the singing bell. It's a Tibetan singing bell. And I've taken the ringer out and hold it this way. And I'm just going to play this. I can feel with this some of the new energy coming in. So what I would suggest that you do, unless there's something really important that you personally need right now, imagine as I'm playing the bell that you're really open to receiving the energy you need that wants to come in. Allow it to come through. If it moves into a space where it's overwhelming you, then your mind is being pulled into the picture, if you like. If you can keep your heart open and just let the energy flow in, it won't overwhelm you because it will be just what you need for your highest truth, and you can trust that. So think about how you can open up. Can you open up through your breath? Can you open up through your body, perhaps put your body more upright, open up through your chest and feel an opening in your heart? Can you open up with your mind thoughts and tell yourself things like, I am open, I am ready to receive what I need. I am open and welcoming of this new energy that wants to come into my body and into my life. I am open and ready to receive. I give myself permission to receive. So that's what I'm going to encourage you to do, is to really open up as I play the bell, and we'll see what happens. So take a nice deep breath. There's nothing you can do wrong. If you're not sure what to do, just take some deep breaths. So think about letting go of what you're holding on to, and especially what is closing you off. Let it go. Breathe it out and away. Beautiful. Thank you so much for connecting today. Have yourself a fantastic rest of your day and a wonderful couple of days to come. I will do my best to stop back in on Saturday, if not beforehand, to share another video with you. So I'll read all of your comments when I get back on my computer shortly. Sending you lots of love from my heart to yours. You are loved. You belong here. You are supported. Do you believe those words? Are they truth for you? Or do you have weights of wound attached to such truths? Perhaps something to explore. You are loved. You belong here. You are supported. Thank you for being who you are, and namaste to you. Namaste means that the divine, the creator within me, honours and acknowledges the divine, the creator within you, that we are equal, we are one. Thank you for being who you are. Namaste. Thank you.